Wednesday's numbers are just magnificent. On Plymouth, they need to park this very quickly. While Ipswich are hitting the buffers, Derby are absolutely flying. What a huge day in League One yesterday. This absolutely box office promotion race took another twist, and I think I'm ready to change my mind on 1, 2, maybe even 3 positions that I took just before Christmas. We'll get to my take imminently, but first let's go over the action and what changed yesterday. The giant head-to-head between Sheffield Wednesday and Plymouth took place. First versus second, Wednesday won, and the two sides swapped places in the table, with the Owls now ahead on goal difference and with a game in hand on the Pilgrims. A crazy 33,442 people watched at Hillsbrough to see Callum Patterson score the only goal after 7 minutes. Wednesday are absolutely brutal at the back and went on to record clean sheet number 17 of the season, their 5th in a row, their 9th clean sheet in 11 games. It was also EFL win number 6 on the trot and EFL game number 16 undefeated. Every way you slice it, Wednesday's numbers are just magnificent. They are carrying massive momentum and have made this overtake with 18 to play. Darren Moore and the Owls fans will hope that's that, and Sheffield Wednesday will now stay in front for the remainder of the race and go on and claim the title. Just a day or two ago, I predicted this game would be a draw, in which case I'd probably be making Plymouth title favourites today. With Wednesday winning and their current direction of travel, I think for the first time this season, I'm in their corner now as title favourites. The brilliant thing with these series of head-to-heads up at the top of League One is Wednesday's credentials get stress tested immediately away at Ipswich next weekend. We will get on to Ipswich in a minute, but given the current momentum at both clubs, this looks like a pretty good time for Wednesday to visit Portman Road, and I suspect they'll be going there confident of winning. Now, reflecting on Plymouth, they need to park this very quickly and move on. It's no crime if indeed it turns out to be the second best team in the division. I've got March the 11th circled, as I think if Plymouth are still in a healthy league position then, with 10 to play, I like the look of their running, and I think they'll get the job done. There's a few hoops to jump through between now and then, and that game against Derby on March the 7th could get bigger and bigger the way that things are moving. Another take I had before Christmas was that this was a 3-horse promotion race. Look, it's clearly not anymore. A lot of that is to do with Ipswich, and a lot of that is to do with Derby. I'll let you give the number of horses in the race down in the comments, but 2 of the teams in the top 4 are moving at severely different speeds. Ipswich have really slowed down to an alarming rate, still in 3rd spot, but the way things are moving, that really does not feel permanent at all. You'll get far more detailed musings on why Ipswich are just unable to keep pace with the others right now over on the Blue Monday podcast, but the numbers are damning. The Tractor Boys are now into double figures for draws after yesterday's 1-1 at Cambridge, and regular draws just aren't going to cut it against some of the winning machines up at the top of League One. Since October the 29th, Ipswich have given up 4 points in the table to Plymouth, 7 to Barnsley and Bolton, 11 to Sheffield Wednesday, and 13 to Derby. On the road, it's 1 win in 7 since that crazy collapse at Charlton, which seems to have had quite the effect on Kieran McKenna's team. While Ipswich are hitting the buffers, Derby are absolutely flying. They scraped in 5-0 yesterday to move within 2 points of Ipswich in 3rd and 8 points of Plymouth in 2nd. The Rams have a game in hand over both sides and an appointment with both sides still left on the fixture list. Like Wednesday, Derby have got 6 EFL wins on the bounce, and they're just 1 game off the Owls in the undefeated stakes, 15 without defeat in the EFL. Now, when I did my deep dive on Paul Warne's impact at Derby 4 games ago, my position was very much not in the automatic race, huge threat in the playoffs, come back and talk to me after a winning run. Well, I think we've just about reached that point. And looking at the 10 and the 12 game form tables, you would have to conclude over that period, Sheffield Wednesday and Derby are moving way quicker than Ipswich and Plymouth. To be entirely fair, I should probably say what I said for Derby 4 games ago about Bolton Wanderers right now. I'm not yet focusing on them for an automatic challenge, but I will happily change my mind, like I have done for Derby, should a Derby-like winning run start to build. Whatever your conclusions, this is absolutely fabulous stuff. And I say this as a lover of the EFL, by far the most interesting race across the 3 divisions. My conclusions, look, I have flip-flopped. That's okay, I'm not afraid to admit it, since the middle of December. Back then, I had Ipswich staying the course for top 2, with Sheffield Wednesday eventually overtaking Plymouth. As of right now, today, I've got Sheffield Wednesday favourites, but obviously we'll check back in after they've done Ipswich away next weekend. Plymouth's points total is absolutely magnificent, but with that Derby County momentum, they are definitely in the conversation now. Ipswich need a complete 180 change in form, or they are fast removing themselves from the automatic race, and will keep a watching brief on Bolton Wanderers just in case that winning streak grows and grows. Get your views in via the comments on this brilliant promotion race. Do you agree with me that the picture is changing or has changed? Sad to report, it got a little bit babyish, I have to say, in the comments for the weekend preview. Please heed my warning that sometimes the transition when supporting a team that goes from losing regularly to winning regularly can be very intoxicating and thus perhaps a little bit challenging for some when communicating with other fans. I keep saying I've changed my mind. If you want to see my reference point, then click up here and you'll see my thoughts back on December the 15th when the League One picture looked and felt rather different.